Welcome, fellow Halloweenies. My fellow Halloween. Ooh, window needs to be cleaned. We are here at Universal Orlando because we are here for one of our favorite events. We are finally headed to Halloween Horror Nights, our favorite event of the year. We're here at Endless Summer Dockside Resort. We just checked into our hotel room. It's about 6:15-ish. We are headed to an RIP tour as well. We did this last year and it was one of the best investments that we have easily ever made as far as Horror Nights is concerned. I'll explain a little bit about that throughout the video and kind of what happens, but we are off to Universal right now. We're gonna have some fun. I'm really excited. And a quick little fit check. You've got, what does yours say?
Eat your heart out, Barbie.
So we got a Chucky house, and that shirt we thought was gonna be perfect. It's got, what's her name, Tiffany? From Chucky, I believe.
Honestly, I'm a fake fan. I don't know.
I think her name's Tiffany.
The Bride of Chucky.
The Bride of Chucky. I've got my shirt. This is kind of hard to read. T-Rexorcist, little T-Rex, like the Exorcist poster. I think these are perfect for Halloween Horror Nights, and I think we've got the perfect shirts. So, ready to go?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
We did want to give you a brief room tour before we head out. Again, we are at Dockside Inn and Suites. Got a mirror, some hooks. There's a closet right here. Not too much storage, but there's storage. Bathroom, shower. Of course, we've already wrecked the room. I did try to organize the clutter. Entertainment center, some drawers. I think this is a fridge. Yeah. We've got our drinks in there. TV, a little chair. We have a good view of the bus and a hotel next door, I think. I don't know what that is. And I don't know why we got 2 beds.
I don't either. I was thinking about that too.
It must have been the cheapest option. I don't know. Our travel agent booked this. We just kind of told her what room.
It's nice though. I mean, it's for a cheap hotel. It is fairly nice. This is one of the cheaper hotels in the Universal property line, I guess. This and like Cabana Bay, I think would be right up there.
Cabana Bay is a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, it's not directly on property, which that's kind of where you're getting the discount. So you have to take the bus kind of across the street into Universal itself. So it's about a mile away from the actual Universal property. But it is nice.
It's like a 10-minute bus ride.
Yeah, no, it's not bad at all.
Yeah. But we're just sleeping here tonight, so it'll do. We have stayed at Surfside before, and I like Dockside better.
Yeah, we're just gonna be here tonight just for Horror Nights, because it was our best option. And we're having a little staycation, so we're gonna move hotels tomorrow and kind of stay over by Disney Springs, but.
Going down.
Ooh, an empty elevator.
All right, we're here, making our way to City Walk. So the first thing we have to do, don't we have to check in for the tour?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to go to Universal, go to the customer service desk, and then that's where they check us.
VIP, building.
Okay, so yeah, we go there, and that's where we check in for the tour, and then from there, what they're gonna do is guide us to Cafe La Bamba, where we're gonna get some free food. That's included, so I'm excited about that part. Yeah, quote unquote free food. So that's where we're headed right now. Welcome to the Universal Orlando Resort. That's a new sign they put up. Haven't seen it since they put that up. We haven't been here in so long. I am so excited. I love it here. I love City Walk. It's such a fun vibe. So in City Walk, they do also have various bars set up so that if you wanted to stop and get a drink, you can do that instead of having to wait when you get into the park. Yeah, you can't bring those drinks that you get outside of the park into the park, but it is a nice little pit stop area that usually doesn't have any lines, because once you get into the park, everything is gonna have really, really long lines. So I recommend, if you want a drink, definitely going to one of these bars at some point and getting your drinks first, opposed to waiting in the lines when you get into the park. We have arrived at the famous Universal Arches. I always love seeing this little plaque. It always is, every time. Some of the haunted houses that they got, these are some of their IP houses. So they've got, there's Chucky, Last of Us. Chucky, Last of Us. What is that? Monsters Unmasked. So that's gonna be Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, The Invisible Man, Hunchback, of course The Exorcist, and Stranger Things. These are all of the main houses that they have this year, on top of all of the different houses that they've made up on top of that. So let's go. Okay, so from the Arches, we're headed off to the right here to get checked in to the VIP experience. This is gonna kind of take us in through here so we can get checked in and go where we need to go. Excited? Right. All right, we're checked in. VIP, baby. Got our credentials. What are we doing now? We're gonna head over to Mummy. I think we want to like kind of skip some of the scare zones and stuff for now.
We can't check into the Cafe La Bamba for 3:30 until 8, which I didn't know.
And it's 7, so we've got an hour to kill, and these are good for express on any ride, which is also one of the perks. Back to the fog. One of the best smells of Halloween Horror Nights is the smell of the fog. Oh, and the new Minions Land. Minions Land just opened up, what, about a month ago? So this will be the first time we're seeing Minions Land. Unfortunately, Minions Blast is closed on Halloween Horror Nights, so we won't be able to do that tonight, which is super, super sad. Oh, they are, aren't they? Wow, okay. So, note to self, everything in Minion Land, as far as the rides, are gonna be closed. I really, really wanna do Minions Blast. So all of this is brand new for Universal. They just redid this, like I said, about a month ago. There's also so much here that I want to eat. I am really, really hungry, but I'm trying to push myself to not eat anything until our RIP tour, and it's difficult. Decided that we were gonna hit Mummy first with our Express. It's been so long since we've done this ride, and this is, for me personally, one of my favorites. Gotta ride the Mummy. And time to get into spooky season. It's a good start to start the spooky season. You forgot my cup of coffee! Something freaky would happen. So we decided after Mummy to come to the Tribute Store, and Tribute Store has kind of become almost an attraction in and of itself. This year, what it is it's based off of a comic store. So there's little stories that go around that you can read. Each room is a different story. Yeah, no, I like it. It's cool. All kinds of different 3D artwork. Ooh, what you got there?
The little Boo shirt.
Oh, what's on the back?
It is this year. The little Boo.
Oh, you should get it.
She was just wearing it backwards.
I love, come on. Lil Boo is like a unofficial Horror Nights icon. We've got all kinds of Lil Boo. Lil Boo succulents. That hat. Oh, you gotta get something Lil Boo, right? Oh, here we go. I always get a shot glass every year, so I don't know if this is gonna be the one, but I do like it. I do like it. Ooh, I like the stop. Horace Schuster. Oh wow, this is cool. I like this. Black and white. So another thing that Universal did this year is that you can purchase these comic book covers, and different people have different covers. And what they did was they displayed them up in the tribute store. They usually do something like this every year. I think it's a neat idea. There is so many of these.
That bothers me.
Yeah, some look better than others.
No,
you know,
look, they're the exact same one.
Oh, they are, yeah. I didn't notice that. This one's my favorite. We should have did Mar. Put Mar on one of the comic book covers. They line this whole hallway. Oh. Oh. So this is where they have all of the treats. Nice little jukebox over there. I think this is the last room. I haven't read any of these stories. I wish I could come back and read them. Oh, that's a cool shirt.
Yeah. I like that one.
This one's cool too. Bride of Frankenstein.
Still $45 for a t-shirt. It is nice quality though.
It better be for
Like
that
it's
price.
thick.
Huh. I like a lot of these shirts actually. Ornaments, a little bit ornament.
That's glass.
And Jack the Ripper. Say hi to your buddy. You scared? You don't like him? He's very scary. Wow. Alright, well I think that was the tribute store. Oh, look at him up there. Spooky. Wow. That's really, really cool. That's so terrifying. Oh, so this is, who's this, the curator? I think that's the guy who was supposed to be writing all these comics. Huh. Okay, so it's only about 7:30, but what we're gonna try to do is head over to Cafe La Bamba right now and see if they'll let us in a little bit early, because it is raining. It's sprinkling just a little bit. It should let up, hopefully. But hopefully it'll get it all out when we're eating. But they said the check-in for Cafe La Bamba was gonna be at 8 o'clock. So we're gonna head over there and just kind of try our luck. Maybe eat a little bit because we're both really, really hungry. And start the tour earlier probably than we normally would. But we'll see how that goes. Mel's dying. Oh, they're closed, I think, for the event, unfortunately, but... Oh, spooky. So Cafe La Bamba is gonna be right over here to the left of Mel's Drive-In. So, not too far away. All right, so actually they have a bar here, which we haven't seen here before, right when you walk in. But this is where we're gonna get our food. And then from here, we're gonna have to head all the way over there to the horror makeup show to get checked in for our actual tour. Ooh. Everything smells so good. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What's
Those
that?
are on taco.
Oh, tacos. Okay, okay. Chips.
I think there's supposed to be queso.
Okay.
10 minutes, thank you.
Okay, that's different. Tacos. Let's see what's over here. And soda is included along with water. What's all this? Cheese plates. Oh. Yeah, have macarons. They have macarons. Ooh. Pizza fries. What is that?
Oh, they do have the Surfer Boy pizza.
Ooh.
I didn't think they were actually that.
So this is some of the stuff that they serve at the booths.
In the
Yum. Okay. I think we got everything except for the tacos, but we're going back. So what do we got here? I'll come back to that. So this is what? Nashville hot popcorn chicken.
Yeah.
A little bit of the Surfer Boy pizza. I think that's the Hawaiian style Surfer Boy pizza. Pizza fries, a staple. I don't know what this is.
It's like a jalapeno something.
Okay, almost looks like pulled pork or something. And then I got some cheeses and some meats. The only thing that you got different was the Alfredo. And then what? They got macarons.
Cookies and cream something. I don't know.
It almost looks like okay, it's like a cakey kind of thing.
It's like melted and then sugar cookies.
Oh, okay. Let's do this. I'm so hungry. Okay, so now that we've eaten a little bit, I'm definitely going back for more. Now that we've eaten, I just want to do a little bit of an update about like what this VIP tour is and what is included, not included. So as you can see, the food is included with the VIP tour. We had to pay for the, what did it cost us?
The tour?
The tour itself.
Well, I don't know. With our admission, it was like $900.
Yeah, and you have to pay for your ticket on top of the admission of the tour. So you get food, you do get valet, you obviously get the tour itself, but the tour also includes express passes, and then you get to the front of the house of every single house. You get them done. The tour itself, I think, is 4 hours. Up to 4 hours. So you're guaranteed to get everything done, I think including the show, if you have time. Right. Another thing that I think my favorite part about the tour is not only do you get to the front of the lines, but you get an explanation as to what's going on in each house before you go through. So the tour guide will tell you, give you all the information again that you need to know. So that when you're going through the house, you know what's going on. You're very aware of the storyline, and some of them obviously are easy. They're easier than others, like Stranger Things or The Last of Us if you played the games. But it is a neat little experience. It's very personalized as to what you get. Another thing that you do get with the tour is you get exclusive access to certain bars. So one of the bars that they're going to take us to throughout the tour is going to be the Jimmy Fallon bar, where there's no lines. You get a really great view of the actual Horror Nights event. But that's a huge perk. Waiting in lines for food and drink usually takes a really, really long time, especially right around 9-ish o'clock. And that's a really, really good perk to have. Okay, now that it's getting a little dark out, it might be a little more difficult to see, but we're headed over to the horror makeup show now to get checked in for the tour. This is where we're gonna get assigned to a tour guide. And the horror makeup show, for people that don't know, is literally right next to Mel's, so it's not that hard to find. When it's not Horror Nights, this is a great show to go watch, by the way. It's a really, really fun show. Checked in, and we got pins. RIP Tour 2023. And Jack. Oh, spooky. And Roth. Here we go. RIP 2023. Off into the darkness.
For us, we have 10 haunted houses. We're going to see 5 scares. That's a really awesome show at 12:30 a.m. Has anyone not been to this event before? Ooh. Alright, so really quick, it started in 1991 as Fright Nights. It was a 3-night event with only 1 haunted house, and it has since transitioned and evolved into a 48-night event called Halloween Horror Nights. So my name is Jessie. I'm going to be with you guys all night. I started at the company a year ago. I was a house attendant. If anyone was here last year, I was an experience of the coven. So I'm very
number 1. We're off, baby. The jungle of doom. Gonna go see Dr. Oddfellow's origins. See where he started.
The jungle of doom.
We're gonna follow this little blue lightsaber and hopefully not get lost. We'll see. Ooh. It's Dr. Oddfellow. Ooh. There he is. Gotcha.
It's like not a single
He laughed
sound
at you
and he's
afterward
still
when you
going.
jumped. Oh, that's cool. Look at the plane. It's like a plane crashed in the jungle. Ooh, and all the bats. You see all their glowing eyes. Whoa. Oh, she's scary.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like it.
Haha. See you in the fog. So our goal is to see Dr. Oddfellow in each one of these scare zones. We already saw him in this one. Oh God. Spider. Ooh, you know what I could use right now? Dufftoberfest. Dufftoberfest. Okay, so if you've never come to Universal and had Dufftoberfest, the seasonal beer, highly, highly recommend. I wish you liked Dufftoberfest. I wish you liked beer. You don't like beer.
Yep.
Not a beer girly. Oh, I think our first house is gonna be Bub's Lounge. I think this is the darkest deal. Oh, we're gonna see Pines.
90-minute wait.
Ooh, so that means we're doing good. We're getting right to the front, baby. So I think this one is about, we're gonna go see Pine Straw Spruce and go find out.
Maybe not.
What?
We maybe want to. What's the one that's next to it?
Oh, this might be Last of Us. I think it is Last of Us.
It's 90 minutes.
Maybe we'll come back to it. Okay, scratch what I said. Follow the lightsaber.
To be Universal Monsters Unmasked. So we are headed into Paris. We are tourists. We're ready to start our vacation. Unfortunately, the same night we arrived, there are 4.5 monsters on the loose, wreaking havoc. Now, the first monster we're going to see is Dr. Jekyll, and he is on his medicine tour discussing the duality of the human mind. And of course, with Dr. Jekyll comes Mr. Hyde, and that's the half. The second monster we are going to see is the Invisible Man. I promise he's actually in there this year. And he is on the run from the law because he's been up to some misdeeds. And then the third monster we're going to see, because it is Paris, there is the cathedral. And who else will be in the cathedral but the Hunchback of Notre Dame? And he is still protecting the bodies of Esmeralda and Dom the Priest. And the last one we're going to see lurking below the Opera House is the Phantom of the Opera. Has anyone read the Hunchback of Notre Dame before?
Nope.
It's a pretty twisted backstory. Universal Monsters really got us through the Great Depression because people would rather have seen the horrors on screen than the horrors in real life. And that's really what kept Universal afloat through all these years. As a matter of fact, we love our monsters so much that we've had lots of houses for them before. In fact, the very same building that we're about to go into, we had Universal Monsters Legends Collide last year. And then in this building over here, we had Universal Monsters. Over in Soundstage 22, I believe it was, we had Universal Monsters Bride of Frankenstein. So we really love our monsters. All right, and we are all set to head in. Right this way, friends.
So we were both wrong.
Yeah, we're going into
Universal Monsters.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be what? The Hunchback, Phantom of the Opera, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and the Invisible Man.
We'll probably do Monsters, Last of Us, and then
What was the darkest deal. Yeah. I'm excited for this one. This one's gonna be really, really good.
Game lovers, you're gonna love this one because it is based on the game developed by Naughty Dog. It is based on part 1, and for those of us who watch the show, it is pretty similar. I think they did a pretty good job with the adaptations. However, Pedro Pascal is not gonna be in there, but Joel and Ellie are. Now, Joel is a very rough and tough kind of guy, experienced a lot of trauma and loss, and Ellie is a young, spirited young girl looking for her purpose in life. Now, these two start off not on great terms, but they quickly grow into a father-daughter dynamic where they rely on each other for protection. So inside, for anyone who hasn't seen it, we are headed into a post-apocalyptic world where an infection has ravaged its way through the human population. It attacks the human mind and turns their brains and makes them violent. The best equivalent of them would be zombies, except they have mushrooms growing out of their faces. It's really not great, but that's okay because Joel and Ellie are inside and they are going to protect us as we head through it. Inside, we are going to be faced with hunters, which are humans trying to kill us because in a post-apocalyptic world, it is a dog-eat-dog kind of place. We are also going to see 3 stages of the infected, including clickers, stalkers, and bloaters, kind of like me after a really big lunch. Now, anyone who's a really big fan of the game, you're going to be really excited because Ashley Johnson, Troy Baker, the voices of Joel and Ellie, return to do voices for our house.
That's cool.
If anyone hasn't played the game, you may recognize Ashley Johnson because in the show, she gives birth to Ellie, so she plays Ellie's mom. It's a cool fact. Now, I mentioned the bloaters. They are a little scary, but I promise you guys, they are fun guys. So we're gonna head right this way.
House number 2,
There were
The
a
Last
couple
of
good
Us.
scares in the monster house. We'll talk about it later.
Oh yeah,
But
it was good. That one was a
that
very,
was good.
very, very, very good house. So, on to The Last of Us. I'm really excited for this one. I've played the game, so I'm really hyped.
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, you haven't even seen the show. Oh man.
Wait, I saw the first episode.
I think you're gonna like it.
Wherever you are, at that point you will find us without mercy. Face justice for what you have done.
Alright, Joel and Ellie, we're coming for you. We're here to help. So what'd you think of The Last of Us?
It only got me towards the end, and that's only because I stayed so far back from the guy in front of me that I was like actually getting the scares because he was getting all the scares. But it was, I don't know anything about it, so it just scared me.
I tell you what though, I'm having a lot of fun watching you get scared. You scream when you get scared, and it's really, really funny.
I know, I'll be surprised if I have a voice by the end of tonight. Because I'm screaming.
That's entertaining in and of itself. I think we're gonna head to the Darkest Deal now. I think that's our next haunted house.
And then hopefully a bar.
Oh yeah, definitely need that for sure. We need it in our lives. We had to chug our drinks before the first house.
Yeah.
So.
Heading into is Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. Now we're headed into the Dust Bowl of America. It's pretty desolate, and Dr. Oddfellow has been kind enough to bring his circus to the people of the Dust Bowl. Of course, as they head in, they realize it's not very good, and Dr. Oddfellow is understandably very offended by this, and he offers them a nighttime show full of wonders and oddities that they've never seen before. However, as we, the patrons, enter the circus through the side of the tent, we quickly realize that this is not like other circuses. Now, as I said, this is Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins, and not only does it touch on Dr. Oddfellow's origins, it also touches on Jack the Clown's, because these two have a bit of a backstory together. So you're going to see a silhouette, and in it, Jack the Clown scratches at Dr. Oddfellow's face, and the blood that falls from the wound lands on Jack, making him immortal. And in that same moment, Dr. Oddfellow shoves Jack into a box. As we go through, there are also 2 places where you can see Jack the Clown's costume, so keep an eye out for that if you're into the icons like that. And from one entertainment venue to another, we are going to be heading first into the Darkest Deal. Now this is the Mississippi Delta. We're following the journey of blues musician Pine Straw Spruce as he makes his way towards fame and glory, and we play the parts of his bandmates. However, we're not very good at music, we're just not cutting it. But luckily for us, we run into a dark entity named the Collector, and he gives us a bargain. He says, I'll give you fame, glory, everything you've ever wanted in exchange for something so insignificant you're not even going to know this is gone. Just your souls. And we heartily agree because this is all we want. Now, on the day of the big show, as the first chord is strummed, the Collector comes early to collect on his deal. And we are going to see just what happens after that. Now, throughout this house, you are going to hear some music. The score is written by Charles Gray, a senior show director in Universal. And it begins kind of acoustic and somber, and then intensifies into the harsh electric guitar riffs, signaling our descent. And with that, we are going to head inside.
Alright, so I don't know how much of this is coming out, or if anybody can hear what she's saying and talking, because I know it is kind of loud, but yeah, we might have to talk about, so now what we're going to do is we're going to head into the Darkest Deal and then Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins.
And then hopefully a bar.
We'll probably end up going to the Coke bar up here after. But
I need some AC
what's
and I
happening?
need a drink.
I could use both as well. But I'm excited for this one. Jack the Clown is going to be in this one. All right, headed into Bub's Lounge. We're gonna meet the collector. All right, so we completed the next two. What was it? Darkest Deal and Oddfellows. What'd you think? I felt like, yeah, they were okay. I felt like Oddfellows specifically, there was a lot going on, like too much to deal with. And then the Darkest Deal
was confusing too.
It was very
I had
confusing.
no idea what was going on.
Yeah,
One
even
second
though
he
we-
was signing the deal, the next second they were taking his soul. I'm like,
Yeah, and even though she explained what was going on, it was still like, okay, what's happening?
yeah. Like if I didn't have the explanation, I would go through that
Been
house
so
and be like,
lost.
what?
So I think those right now are not nearly as good as The Last of Us and Monsters for sure. But I think we're about to head through another scare zone. Hopefully we go through Diagon Alley, see some Death Eaters. I know we haven't taken a break yet, so
No, well,
maybe.
we took a break before we started.
And we've been through 4 houses
My girl's got
and get another drink.
Oh,
I need a pumpkin beer. I think it's a possibility that they're going to be taking us to the Peacock Lounge where David S. Pumpkin is. And I am really excited to meet David S. Pumpkins. Any questions?
Really excited to pee.
I know you are. Alright. I hope he's out. Like I said, I really want to meet him. Preguntas?
Any questions?
Any questions? Alright, quick little recap. Let's do, what have we done? 4 houses?
Yeah, okay, so let's rank the 4 that we've been through best tours. Okay, the Darkest Deal on the bottom.
Okay.
And then Dr. Oddfellow is 3rd. And then Last of Us, and then Monsters.
You know, I think I would agree with that. I think I'd agree with that.
I just don't know if we like had a bad run with Darkest Deal and Dr. Oddfellow. Even though like Dr. Oddfellow specifically, I was way far behind the person in front of me. So like I was still getting the scares. I don't know.
I will say he's a really cool icon. Like I
And-
genuinely enjoy his.
Dr. Oddfellow smelled like elephant poop the whole time, and so maybe that's why I couldn't
smell that.
I couldn't think of anything except the smell of elephant poop. And then Darkest Deal had like, you know, the Creatures of the Corn or whatever that house was, where it was like all corn.
Yeah.
That's what it smelled like. Like it's like a mix between like the fog smoke and manure. Like I don't know. It was just really. It was. I couldn't breathe.
They've all had smells. So the Monsters, it smelled at one point. It smelled like roses, and then
Which
it
was
smelled like
pleasant.
mushrooms in The Last of Us at one point.
Yeah.
That was interesting. They've all had their own little specific smells.
But those 2, roses and mushrooms, are nauseating.
No, it
The
was
other two,
just interesting.
I was a little bit nauseous.
I also think what happened was that we got such a high, like, our standards were set so high from Monsters that, like, everything else was kind of a letdown from there. Not that they weren't good, but Monsters was just, we walked out and we were like, wow.
The sets and
very
everything,
good.
like the set in every house is so good. I'm solely basing my scores on scares.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
But when you can
Probably-
get both, it's very...
Probably Chucky and Stranger Things, I'll have to evaluate based solely on set because like, we know based on feedback that those aren't scary.
Right.
So,
Well, and one more thing about Monsters. I know I keep harping on this, but Monsters also had scares that weren't... I don't want to give anything away, but they were non-traditional scares. It wasn't just, like, from the side.
Yeah.
Which I think set that
Which I
above.
love when they do unique scares,
Right, I
which it
totally
doesn't
agree.
happen often. Like, what was the one? It was like years ago where they came up from the floor. It was like the swamp one.
Oh, probably like, I don't know, probably Freddy and Jason or something, but...
No,
Yeah.
it was like a swamp creature, but it was set in New Orleans, and they came up through the floor on that one, and the floor was on level. Those are the scares I'm looking for, but you don't get those.
Yeah, opposed to your just traditional, like, again, coming from the side. It's different. So, we got 4 houses down, we have 6 left.
And now we are technically at the Peacock bar, but we don't get any of the Peacock fun.
Yeah, we haven't. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but the bar is directly behind us, and that's where David S. Pumpkins is going to be. So I don't know if we're going to be able to actually go out. Drinks acquired.
We are at 32 Horrors Unhinged. On a dark and stormy night, we head out onto Dock 32, and all around us are piled crates and cages. And as we take a closer look, these cages have Dr. Oddfellow's symbols on them. These are his oddities. And as we look a little closer, we realize that the crates have been busted open, the cage bars have been pried apart, and the oddities are out and they're feasting on anyone who gets in their path. And you guys don't want to be next on the menu, so I recommend you keep your appendages close as we head through. Right, this is
Drinks acquired.
Love it.
Next scare zone, Shipyard 32. Cheers.
I'm gonna throw up in the scare zone.
You got this. All right, so I guess this is Dr. Oddfellow's, his oddities.
Shipyard Oddities.
Shipyard 32. Oh, see, there's one. Creepy. It's a crowded scare zone. Oh, wow. Not much happening.
Just a lot of fog.
Yeah, there's really... He's just standing there. Oh no! Oh no! Ah! Oh no, it's Rob Zombie. Oh. Oh. He's following me. This is where it gets scary, is when the fog comes out. Oh, it's Tinkerbell. Oh. Ooh, he's really big. Whoa, look at this. She's big. I don't know why I said he. Wow. Creepy. Oh no. Well, that one was good. It wasn't big. There wasn't a whole lot going on, but it was good.
To our next house, this is going to be Chucky Ultimate Kill House. Inside, we are going to find a very interesting house. It's sort of a house within a house. Now, we start our houses as far back as February, designing and conceptualizing. And once we finish this one up, we invited Chucky in to come take a look, see what he thought about it. And not to be negative, but he hated it. In fact, he thought he hated it so much that he was going to take over and improve it. So he added what he loves best. He added murder. So as we go through this house, on the right side against the wall, there is a red button. I highly encourage you guys to press it. It does a little something, nothing too crazy, but it is a fun little
Interactive element.
touch anything in the houses, and this is really interactive, so I highly recommend it.
Well, you didn't like Chucky?
No, it was so. I don't even think I screamed a single time. Maybe once.
Yeah, it really wasn't that good.
And I was behind our tour guide, like right behind her. So like,
You would think you would be getting
they
scared.
had noticed that I was there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was that it was all. Essentially, it was like 200 houses in one though.
Yeah,
So-
I will say when we thought it was over, it was not over.
It didn't get any better though.
No, it was still just
So-
as bad.
We'll have to work that into our
But
rankings
other
and see
people-
exactly.
Other people on our tour really liked it, so like.
I guess if you're a really big Chucky fan, I guess it's like
There's a girl who's 14 in our tour. Right before we walked into the tour, she said it was nostalgic. So,
she's a big Chucky fan.
I mean, I guess if you really like Chucky, maybe you would love it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things. Like some of them aren't good, but it's just fun being around that environment that you love. You know, a movie that you
It
love.
was still, no, I wouldn't even say the set was good. Honestly, Chucky, bottom of the list.
Okay, all right. I don't know. I didn't like it. I'm gonna wait to do the rankings.
No, you
I'm
have
gonna-
to rank right now.
I think I would put it above The Darkest Deal, so I'd put it at 4.
Oh my god, no.
And I think, I don't know. It wasn't that good.
The Darkest Deal still had cool sets.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Chucky?
true.
No. Okay, and to be fair though, we saw the California haunted house of Chucky.
And it looked a lot better.
It was better.
It looked a lot better.
I didn't even go, but it looked better.
I don't know.
I don't know where to go in either.
I don't either. Back at Mel's.
I will say one thing, this horse, she's great. Our tour guide Jessie, love her. She's super cute. She's not really telling us where we're going.
Yeah, we're just kind of wandering around.
And last year we did this, we knew everything that we were doing before we did it. So
We're just kind of along for the ride.
but I'm having fun.
We're just following the blue lightsaber. That's what we're doing.
Where are we going?
Oh, I don't know where we're going. We might be.
Heading to our next scare zone. This is going to be Dark Zodiac. And we are headed into the realm of the Zodiac, the centralmost dimension. So as I said, Jack and Dr. Oddfellow have a bit of a history. In fact, Dr. Oddfellow and Jack got in a fight, and Jack the Clown banished him to the realm of the Zodiac, which is where we're headed. But Dr. Oddfellow did not let this get him down. He took it to his advantage. He took the power of the Zodiac signs and made it his own. And we are going to see some of the effects that this had on the Zodiac in there.
All right. It's so loud here.
We're going into the Dark Zodiac scare zone. Come along.
All right. Well. Okay. So now, what are we looking
We've got
for?
3 minutes to get through this scare zone, people.
Oh, she's on one. All right. So we're looking for Leo and Sagittarius. Okay. Are you Leo?
That's a crab. That's Cancer.
That's Cancer. Okay. Oh.
We're looking for Leo and Sagittarius.
Where can we find Leo and Oh, that way. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Alright. What do we got there? What's that? Scorpio? Right? Because of the scorpion? It's gotta be Scorpio.
Yeah, Scorpio.
What's that?
I don't know what he is.
I don't know what that is. Oh, that's... What is that? Taurus? Is that a thing? Oh. Spooky.
It's Two-Faced.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Alright, so this is Scorpio. Wow. This has got to be Sag, right? Yeah. Where's Leo? Did we find her?
That's Sagittarius for sure.
That's the sign is. I just don't see the resemblance.
Who's that?
Pig? I don't know. That might be Leo right there. Because the main thing.
Where's Leo?
That
That is not Leo.
yeah, it is.
That thing looks like an alien.
It's dark interpretations on the zodiac.
I need to study up on my Zodiac. This is the very first scare zone that our guests get to see when they enter the park. And Dr. Oddfellow is standing on top of the platform, luring people in with the promise of immortality. Of course, he's not actually going to give us immortality. He just wants to steal our souls. And below him are lurking the monsters that sort of serve as a roster for the night. They're down there mixing and mingling and murdering. So you can go see them, check them out. You might recognize them from other places. And I'm going to give you a little bit of time here, because sometimes Dr. Oddfellow has a show on the stage out there. So hopefully he'll take a step out and we get to see that.
All right, so now I think. Oh, there he is. There he is. Dr. Oddfellow. Ooh. Oh, creepy. Dr. Oddfellow, where you at? Ooh, he's got a body up here. Some briefcases. Let's see what's back there. Anything we can recognize? Oh, I don't see anything familiar back there. Oh, I hope he comes back on stage. All right, after a quick bathroom break, which you
Really needed.
yeah, clearly really needed. We're headed into 3 more houses back to back.
Exorcist. I feel like Stranger Things probably.
And probably Blood Moon, Dark
Blood
Offering.
Moon probably.
That's what we think, but we didn't have
She
really
didn't
much
tell
information.
us yet, and we can't film back there because we'll be backstage. So
Which
we'll
that is
tell you afterwards.
that is a cool perk about the VIP tour. You know, you get to see different things that you don't normally see. Like you get to see some of the makeup being
I
done
gotta
and
get
sort
a
of
single
stuff like
bottle.
that. But no, yeah, I do enjoy seeing the behind the scenes kind of portion of things. Like again, you get to see the scare actors, you get to see some makeup being put on people, and it is really, really cool. I do like that part of it.
Are you guys ready for this one? We are headed into Yeti Campground Kills. Now it is the 50s. We're headed into a state park in the Rocky Mountains. We're gonna have a nice old relaxing vacation. Except as we get to the campground, everyone's dead. So we're not gonna have a relaxing vacation. And we quickly discovered that what has mauled these people to death are a flurry of Yetis. Why they're on this rampage? We have no idea. However, as we pass through this house, you're gonna see on the right side there is a decomposing baby Yeti. So perhaps maybe that's the reason they're getting revenge, but perhaps not. Who's to say? We're gonna see a lot of really nice trees in here. The best ones of the year, I think. And this is the third and sort of a cinematic universe of Yetis. On our very first house, Slaughter Cinema, we saw swamp apes. And we called them Yetis. They weren't actually Yetis, but we called them that anyway. And then we had Yeti Yukon up there, and these were actually Yetis. In this house, we are gonna see Bigfoot. We're gonna see Bigfoot. So he's not really a Yeti either. It's sort of like a running joke at this point whenever we have a Yeti house. They don't necessarily have to be Yetis. Just kind of an inside joke. Get Yeti, get set, and let's go.
All right, so we went through Dueling Dragons.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
It was Dueling Dragons. We were so wrong. I went fire. Literally nothing happened. There was not a single scare actor on my side. So.
And I went ice. We decided to go 2 different ways, so I went ice, and then we won. Ice saved the realm.
I didn't like that house. I didn't get scared a single time. I got scared once. I'll give them once.
I liked
didn't
it.
like it.
Dueling Dragons is just a fun concept for me. Like
No, I mean,
really
it's really
think
nostalgic, but I didn't like the house.
it was very reminiscent of like the old Q line and stuff like that. It was. I thought it was fun.
Now
it wasn't
we're going
scary.
in Yeti.
Campground Kills. So, which aren't actually Yetis, they're Bigfoot. So we'll, I'm actually kind of excited about this one. I heard this one's pretty good. So we're gonna see so we'll let you know how it is on the other side. All right, quick synopsis of Yeti. Go.
I liked it.
It was fun. That was it. You just liked it. It wasn't.
I mean, it got me a couple times.
It was better than a few of the
There was
houses
a
we've been
cash
through.
change during our time, so.
Yeah, everybody was cheering for the bear that came out.
Yeah, but he was
For
there
whatever
when
reason.
we made it through the house. The
Yeah.
bear was there, so.
No, that one was good. I would say for me, we'll do the rankings later, but for me, it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I
So.
wouldn't say it was the worst, but definitely wasn't the best.
Yeah, no, definitely not. So now I think, I want to say we're doing Exorcist, but I don't know.
I think
We were
so.
wrong about the 3 houses before we came in here, so we'll see.
It's Exorcist.
All right, we've arrived at our last bar stop. And what is this building called? The NBC building?
Jimmy
Comcast
Fallon.
building? Jimmy Fallon? Yes, we're on the rooftop part of Jimmy Fallon. This is our last bar stop. We got, 2 more houses I think left. So we got Blood Moon and Exorcist left. What's up? What are your rankings now? Now that we've done 8 houses, what are the rankings?
I'm gonna have to pass. I'm gonna have to do a final ranking. I don't got enough time for that. Stranger
What?
Things. Okay. The characters look nothing like themselves. It was pretty annoying. There wasn't. Yeah, Vecna looked great. Vecna 10 out of 10. The rest of them.
Didn't look. Yeah, I mean, I think my biggest problem is that the scenes looked a little cheap. Like I feel like they could have gone above and beyond, which they
Even
have in
Vecna.
previous years.
Even Vecna, I could see that like he was wearing basically a unitard. Like
Yeah,
I
it
could see where the costume met. We're not
Right.
leaving yet. We only
Yeah,
have
no.
like 10 minutes at this bar and it's already been 5. So we're gonna chug our drinks and we'll check in
And then
later.
move on. The best part about this bar is definitely the view. Just kind of look over and look at everybody and their experience, more nights, the lines that we fortunately get to skip. And it's actually a fairly nice night. It's been a little humid, but it's a fairly nice night. There's a little bit of a breeze going on up here. Mini Cafe, Illumination Avenue. I think this is one of my favorite stops of the whole tour. I really love this. It's just fun to people watch. All right, we just ended Exorcist and Blood Moon. Those are our last two houses. What'd you
It
think?
was super rushed. Sorry we didn't get the description, but we're rushing to the show.
And now we'll talk about the houses a little bit more later. But now we are headed to we're losing our tour guide. We need to pick it up. We're headed toward Vamp 69, Summer of Blood. This one is a really we've already.
Actually get to do this one because she said we might not.
She said she's not gonna give us time to do this one, so we're gonna walk through it. But I actually really like this scare zone. It's a cool one. HHN 32. All right, let's get bloody. Scare zone. Whoa! Hey! Oh! It's such a fun vibe in this scare zone. Everybody's dancing. It's not as scary as you would think, but it's a lot of fun. Oh. I left you alone, I'm sorry. Ah!
See, that's why you don't leave me alone. Our tour guide is all the way up there.
Oh, she's far. Anybody spot the lightsaber? And down there, that's another food area. So you can get Fedra rations down that area. Oh. Sleigh. Back through Shipyard 32. I hope more's happening in this scare zone opposed to last time. Well, I guess we don't get to see David S. Pumpkins. How do you feel about that?
Tired.
All right, well, as Beetlejuice would say, it's showtime. You want to see the show? So this show, what's it called again? Halloween Nightmare Fuel? I think that's what it's called, Halloween Nightmare Fuel. And this show is essentially like a
dance show.
A dance show, acrobatic.
Pretty much.
Okay, this show is essentially like a dancing, acrobatic, there's like fire twirlers, all kinds of different fun acts. I actually really like this show. Unfortunately, it's not as good as Bill and Ted's. If you're a longtime Horror Nights fan, Bill and Ted's is still superior for sure. Bill and Ted's will always be it. Yeah, we get priority seating with the VIP tour, so that's nice. I think we'll be right up front. Like we should.
No, it's in the middle.
I do like this show. Again, it's not as good as Bill and Ted's, unfortunately. So that's what we're doing now, and I think
our tour ends here.
yeah, I think it's over after that. Boo! Boo! All right, Horror Nights. Time to say goodbye. Did you have fun? You had too much fun.
Nice. That was really good.
You've hit a brick wall. You're down for the count. Well, it was a good time. And I cannot wait until next year to come right back. It'll be here before we know it. But it's just sad leaving. Now, it's a matter of getting on the bus and going back to the hotel. And that's gonna be a whole process. So.
No, it's gonna be fast.
Oh, the Oddfellows sign is spread all over the place. That's cool. But goodbye, Universal. All right, so we are home. We ended up spending the rest of the weekend with my family and forgot to film an outro because we were caught up in that. Overall, it was a really, really good weekend. Halloween Horror Nights obviously was a blast. I would highly recommend doing the VIP tour. It is fairly expensive, but it's totally, totally worth it. All in all, I think our tour ended up being about 3.5 hours. They do say that it tends to be about 4. I had a feeling that we were kind of rushing because we had to get to the show at the end of the night, which, by the way, was also a really, really good show. It's kind of like a stunt, pyrotechnic, acrobatic, a little bit of a variety show, but it was very, very good. I think one thing that we both agreed on as far as houses were concerned is that Monsters was by far the best house. Keep in mind that everybody's gonna have different experiences with these haunted houses because you might run up on cash changes, or it might be a little bit understaffed for the night just if it's not busy. So everybody's gonna have a little bit of a different view on these houses. But for us specifically, Monsters was by far the best, by far the scariest, all kinds of different kinds of scares, rather than just the linear side-by-side kind of thing. One thing I also think we both highly recommend is going through the tribute store. I'm really not sure how much content we were able to get out of the tribute store because it was very, very crowded and very loud. The tribute store is essentially an attraction in and of itself. So it's almost like a haunted house that sells merchandise. I know that might sound a little weird, but definitely check that out. And it's based off a comic store this year. So the whole premise of the tribute store is that you're walking through a comic and you're a part of horror comics. It explores, I think, 3 different stories that all, there's stories posted all over the wall, little blurbs and things that people are saying. So you walk through that and get to experience that. It's a really, really cool shop. Even if you don't buy anything, they sell all kinds of different treats, unique treats that you probably wouldn't be able to find anywhere else. And it's definitely worth checking out. If you get kind of lucky, there also are a few, I almost kind of want to call them Easter eggs or special characters, I guess, that they have throughout the event. Unfortunately, we weren't able to catch either one of them, but one they have is at the Peacock Bar over by Lombard's, and it's David S. Pumpkins. For anybody that's familiar with the SNL sketch, David S. Pumpkins is a very popular Halloween SNL character. So if you go there, you have a chance to meet him, which I think is really cool. And he's a little weird, but I think it's cool. And I'm very upset that we didn't get to see him. Another thing they have is a roaming horde from Megan. So what happens is it's essentially a flash mob of Megans that will dance at random times. So you kind of just have to run up on it and get lucky. But if you do see it, stop and watch it. It's something different, again, that they haven't had. All in all, we really, really had fun. And again, this is one of our favorite events of the year. If you ever get a chance to go, please, please go. It is getting a little bit more pricey, but it is totally, totally worth it. But we really had a good time, and I hope that everybody enjoyed watching it and essentially being there with us. So if you like this and you kind of want to see a little bit more content like this of the theme parks, because we're almost right down the road, like, subscribe, comment, share, anything you want. We would really, really appreciate it. And with that, bye. Universal, always remember, moving walkways are called moving walkways for a reason. They are not moving standways.
Please watch your step.
Oh.